Have you ever noticed a strange pattern? Walk into a classroom, office, cafe, temple, or family gathering, and a familiar scene appears. One person chooses the exact same seat. Day after day, year after year. At first glance, it looks harmless, a simple habit. Yet beneath that ordinary behavior hides a fascinating psychological mystery. Human beings rarely select a place by accident. A favorite seat often reveals invisible forces operating deep inside the mind. And once those forces take control, a particular chair, corner, or position can begin to feel almost impossible to abandon. Let's explore why. 1. The brain loves predictability. The human brain is constantly searching for safety. Every environment contains uncertainty, unknown faces, unexpected events, unpredictable situations. A familiar seat reduces that uncertainty. The moment a person settles into a known location, the brain receives a powerful message. This place is safe. Stress drops. Comfort rises. Mental energy is preserved. Over time, that seat becomes linked with calmness and security. Without realizing it, the mind starts treating that location as a psychological shelter, and that shelter becomes harder to leave. 2. Invisible territory. Begins to form, animals mark territory. Humans do it too, just in a quieter way. A particular seat can gradually transform into a personal zone. No name tag, no ownership papers. Yet an invisible boundary exists. When another person occupies that place, an unusual feeling may appear: irritation, discomfort, restlessness. The reaction seems irrational. After all, the seat belongs to everyone, yet deep inside, the mind has already claimed it. Psychologists call this territorial behavior, a silent instinct that has existed for thousands of years. 3. The seat becomes part of identity. Here is where the mystery grows deeper. After enough repetition, a location can become connected to identity itself. The brain starts associating that position with a role. The leader sits here. The observer sits there. The quiet thinker chooses that corner. The familiar location becomes a symbol, a hidden extension of personality. Changing seats can feel strangely uncomfortable because the brain interprets the move as stepping outside a familiar identity. The chair is no longer just furniture. It becomes part of the story a person tells about life. 4. Familiar positions create psychological control. Control is one of the strongest human desires. A predictable location offers a small but powerful sense of control. The same view, the same surroundings, the same distance from others. Everything feels manageable. The brain knows exactly what to expect. An expectation creates comfort. This is why a person may enter a room filled with empty seats and still walk directly toward one specific spot. The choice appears automatic, yet hidden beneath the surface is a desire for order in a world full of uncertainty. 5. Memories become attached to places. Every location collects emotional fingerprints, conversations, achievements, friendships, laughter, even painful experiences. Over time, the brain stores those memories alongside the physical environment. A favorite seat can quietly become a container for years of emotions. Without conscious awareness, sitting there can reactivate familiar feelings, comfort, confidence, belonging. The location becomes emotionally charged. Leaving it behind can feel like leaving behind a piece of personal history. A person who always sits in the same place is rarely following a random habit. Behind that simple behavior lies a hidden world of psychology, a search for safety, a desire for territory, a connection to identity, a need for control, and a collection of memories woven into a single location. The next time a familiar face walks directly toward the exact same seat, pay close attention. What looks like an ordinary routine may actually reveal one of the oldest instincts hidden inside the human mind, an invisible claim, a silent comfort zone, a personal territory that exists without walls, signs, or words. And once the mind chooses that territory, letting go becomes far more difficult than most people realize.